So, hello everybody. Today we are going to have a discussion on the caste and the varna system, and there was discussion going on in the classrooms also. So I found it suitable to discuss in my private space, and particularly when we live in the society, we always find, and through our experience, through our personal experience, it give a special touch and a reality. And first, we will see what is a caste system, what is a varna system, uh, what is the understanding, which is what is being written in present 2026 in the books. The knowledge that is being provided to us through the education institutions is that the jati, the caste system, is originating from the word jana, which implies taking birth. So it is a system which comes to you or comes to me on from my birth. And what are the liabilities that are already into the society is already on my head, in which if I am born in that caste. Okay, and this also work as a hierarchy in the political and social system, not for me. It is completely a liability for me, not a general thing, not a neutral thing, not an asset. So it needs to be destroyed. There is not a reason to exist in this space. And we see there are castes are very large in number. Caste have many subdivisions also. There are subcaste, and then this drama of the constitution being principally saying that uh, equality, integrity of the nation, and all those things. It becomes useless when we see in the society. And if we want to actually make the true, we need to destroy this type of systems that is actually giving identity to a child from his birth. And because it have the liabilities only, not any uh, offerings, not any neutral thing. If there is system is there, it should be neutral. So when we see, it imposes many restrictions on the members of the caste and society. Earlier through our life, we have seen in the educational institutions, and when we integrate all those things with the our experience, then we can be very vocal and we must educate. Not And when we see in the educational institutions also, like in the coachings that are government funded, and the teachers that are highly educated, have the societal knowledge, they become the supporters of these systems. They actually don't impose a reformative view to the students, and the same way, like this rigid, uh, sinful, uh, derogative caste system, there is another system which is more complex and which is mainly supported by all the saints and all the gurus, all the spiritual leaders we see in the society. What That is a varna system, where what is written there? You see, the varna coming from the vri, that meaning the choices to one's occupation, and it is concerned with one's color and occupation. So they are identifying with your color. They are identifying, and principally what they are talking in the constitution, they are talking about against what they are doing. So there is not a uniformity in their words, in their actions, and in their writings. So we need to see the division of labor. They are trying to do economic division of labor, but principally they are talking like equality, integrity, and all the ideals of the world ideals. So they are propagating, but like they are fooling us. They are mimicking like uh, they are considering us blind, and we must see that what they say. And in the support, all the education institutions, where in the schools, in the colleges, in the universities, in the coachings, they are they are spitting these nonsense facts, nonsense things, considering our students to accept them. And when we write in the class notes, we accept in the hearing, and we don't protest in the classrooms. We write in the copies, and then we accept. And then when we go into the society, we practice all those things. So we need to consider, we need to understand all those varnas, where we see the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. They are historically, they have made such a text, like they made in the meetings, and they started writing all those things just to capture the mindset and to make them slaves for their own agenda. So all the educational institutions, if we see, where in the schools, where I have my personal experience, in the colleges, principally they will be talking about it should be, but they I mean, showing their personal interest. But if you are into the position, like the prime minister also talks about good things when he is in the prime minister position, but when he's in the party, he's spitting nonsense things. So the same way, we can think they are not talking for the betterment of the society. We need to understand. They say it is a flexible, but it creates heavy restrictions to the women, to the children, to the girls, to the members of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people. So to transform the society, we need to understand that Varna system, it should be free from socio-economic and political disabilities. It is actually creating all of this. It is actually the sole reason for all the things we are considering. Then when they are imposing all those things based on the religious scriptures, based on their understanding, then what they say? They try to propagate. They try to propagate. They try to give solutions through the schemes, through the. It is the same like that. You come to me, you hit me hard, and now again you have opened the shop and you are asking me to come to me to the shop and give the medicine. So again, why to accept such things? There is no need. I mean, it should be completely the text should be written in such a way that it should be a revolutionary text. Anybody who reads that, but in the government coaching, or I think they are the same people who are into the business of making the slaves to the person. They are into the governments also. They are giving the back end support to that system, and they have written the books, and they are on the teachers also. So it is like a very closed chamber. It is like a closed oscillator system. I need to understand that when there is a difference also, like we see there are classes, there are caste pose restrictions, limitations to you based on your birth, whether it could be wealth, your money, your power, your knowledge, your scope for improvement, all those things. Whether you have the tendency to struggle, tendency to do what you think, and they have made such. There was a process of also that you need to go with the Sanskritization process in order to change yourself, in order to get into the separate box. So state is not actually acting like a state. It is actually acting like a algorithm, or you can say a very not neutral, not state, not not a body which should be made by us, which is not made by us. It is totally against our belief. It is totally against our will. When you see there is uh, members are not conscious about their social status, their customs, their folkways, their rituals, all those things, it becomes very impossible for a person to say marry outside the caste without the social alliance. So all those things are being settled by a law, heavy investment. uh, and we see in a class and caste have a very different issue. Class is when person achieve education, money, wealth, power, status, then he consider himself to another class. And there are horizontal and vertical both social mobility in there, because if someone attain a good wealth, he is going to possibly improve his social status by acquiring wealth, money, education, power. So all the members are generally conscious of their social status, and members of the class have no prescribed customs, rituals, and folkways. Marriage outside class is allowed without being thrown outside the society. And the most important thing, the two member, Ambedkar and the Gandhi, they were two people in front of us, where Gandhi just wanted to reform the caste system from the higher caste view. I mean, anybody who come from his own background have a special effect onto his life. So not going to that, because that will deviate from our own self reason. We need to understand that this Gandhi was considering the varna integral to the human society for the social organization through it needed, and all his philosophies, all his, I mean, he is considered as the father of nation also. We all read, we all study, we all write, and he saw the solution to untouchability by gradual changes, by changing the heart of the Hindus. And Gandhi gave the name Harijan to the untouchables and to denote children to the God, and he wanted to reform the caste and Hindu society. He doesn't have the reform, you say, like annihilation of the caste and the Varna system. And I think it should be the primary agenda for the students. There should be complete annihilation of the caste and the Varna system. Ambedkar challenged the caste system from below. He considered Varna as the product of the Brahmanical distortions. It is because of the Brahmanical distortions they are creating all those things in the society, and to investigate the political to investigate the political economic solution to the change structure itself. Ambedkar totally rejected Gandhi notion of the Harijan because it is disguising the reality. Today, the caste system, what it does, we need to understand, we need to discuss, and we are going to have a short discussion on that also.